All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. So here we are with Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And as we see it from a broader perspective, it looks like it's in a recovery state. It actually has been working its way back up. And through the process, it's gone up, it comes back down, it goes back up, it goes slightly back down, and it went back up, and now we are going in this direction. The question is, will it actually bring itself back up to newer highs like it's been doing in this whole entire time frame here since about November 10th moving forward to this point? Or is this now going in the other direction? So on the outer perspective, it looks like it's recovering from that $5 and some change mark leading up till now that we're sitting at 788, but it still has a long way to recover from the recent highs before the fall to those lows, which was up here at 12 and 31 cents, and even going further to the top, right, which was reached previously in August, was almost $20 and some change. So there's a long way to go for a real true recovery, or at least 50% recovery of those highs, and it slightly has touched it, and then it kind of almost falls right back. So we need to watch Sorrento here closely and see what's going on, because it looks like it's in a recovery when you zoom out, right, from November 10th to this point, but it's going back down, and we need to watch the behavior closely. Is it going to continue that pattern that when it comes down, it comes right back up, or is it now going in that downward direction? We need to see who's dominating it and how much more control the bears have than the bulls, or are the bulls appearing with some type of control? So let's zoom in here and see what the chart is showing us. And the chart is definitely showing us that the bears are in control right now, right? They hit those highs up here, it fell below the 50-day moving average, and we're sitting now at this point at 788. So the 50-day moving average, I want to point it out, it's 813. Very important number. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So let's look at our new support based off the chart in the last couple hours of the day, and our resistance. Now these numbers here are pretty impressive to look at, because of the fact that it actually ran up, it fell back down, and it's sitting at the same place. So that's pretty impressive that the bears landed right back in that area. The bulls held it from stopping it to go to newer lows, and we're gonna see here, this is a tug of war that is pretty significant here. You can see how it ran up and it ended right back from those points where it ran up. So the bears did a great job at bringing it down, and the bulls are doing a great job at holding it up. So there's a true tug of war here. If the bulls break through resistance, I do want to let every single investor know that resistance being broken through does not signify that the bulls have gained control. They need to break through the 50-day moving average and also the highest point before the fall, which was right here at 820, and pull away from those numbers and reach newer highs so that the bulls can start confirming and gaining leverage and showing that they're gaining control over the chart. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. Now, it is impressive to see how this ran up, pulled down, and it's holding itself up. Now, if the bears break through support, you're going to see that the bears are gaining control, and this is going to start to see newer lows. And there's a lot of gray area here, right? Because it's such a broad stretch to the next low here before the run, which was 689, but close here is 761. That's the closest support level before thinking about way down here. But let's look at the support level that's important for tomorrow and see, based off the chart, what it's showing us and who's going to dominate this as this plays out Monday. So support here is 772. Very important number. If that gets broken through, I'd pay very close attention to the behavior of this stock. The bears have been dominating this the whole way down. They broke through the 50-day moving average, and breaking through the support is just pulling it further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So super, super important number. I'd pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock if it breaks through the support, and how quickly is it moving down to newer lows. Now, the bulls can always reappear, and I want every single investor to be aware of that. But the further down this goes, the more difficult it becomes for the bulls to reappear and bring this back up, because their goal is still to break through the 50-day moving average and then pull away from it. So the further down, the harder it becomes for the bulls to gain their goal and also build momentum to get to that goal. So that is very important to keep in mind as well. But we need to watch closely how the stock reacts, how quickly is it moving down towards support, and if it breaks through it, are the bulls trying to reappear to stop this from hitting newer lows, or are the bears tearing this one down? Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance. Our resistance is 793. Super important number, but does not signify that the bulls have gained control. I want to emphasize that, but it is important to continue this slight momentum that has been built so that the bulls can turn that into a support, pull away from it, and get closer to their goal, which is crossing the 50-day moving average of 813. I want every single investor to be aware that 813 is very important, and then the next point is 820 to pull away from the 50-day moving average and get deeper into bullish territory. Now, the first step to get to these numbers is 793, and that is why this is the first catalyst, the first indicator for us investors to know where this is going. And if 793 is turned into a support and the bulls break away from it, they can start hitting newer highs, new resistance levels, and get closer to crossing the 50-day moving average to get back into bullish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up, There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.